Stick around later for The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, at Home Edition, tonight.
Happy presents a spicy Western. Western with kick. The new spicy Western bacon cheeseburger at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Kroger Delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Happy presents a spicy Western. Western gone spicy. The new spicy Western bacon cheeseburger at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Count on LEX 18 News.
After an unusual primary election, the stage is set for what is expected to be a brutal race for Senate. Plus, some city leaders are calling for an investigation into Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher's handling of recent events. And Governor Beshear urges Kentuckians to stay the course to prevent the spread of COVID-19 as the Commonwealth gets ready to celebrate the 4th of July. LEX 18 News at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Cox. Thanks for joining us at 11. After a week of waiting, it's now official. Retired Marine fighter pilot Amy McGrath will take on Majority Leader Mitch McConnell as the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate. McGrath entered the race last year as the clear favorite, but a late surge by State Representative Charles Booker resulted in a close contest. LEX 18's Mike Valenti has more on what could be a bruising general election.
After eking out a win by just 2 points over Charles Booker, Amy McGrath is already moving to win over his more progressive supporters. In a statement after her victory, McGrath commended Booker on his campaign, saying he, quote, tapped into and amplified the energy and anger of so many who are fed up with the status quo and are rightfully demanding long overdue action and accountability from our government and institutions, end quote.
This is our time now, and Mitch gotta go.
The 35-year-old Booker drew national attention in recent weeks for joining protests over police brutality and racial injustice. He earned the endorsements of high-profile progressives like Senator Bernie Sanders and Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. While Booker embraced progressive ideals like Medicare for All and universal basic income, McGrath took a more moderate approach, calling for a public option as opposed to single-payer health care. While many political observers have seen a clear distinction between the two Democratic candidates, Senator Mitch McConnell's team has painted them as one and the same. Tonight, his camp releasing a statement calling McGrath extreme and the self-proclaimed most liberal person in Kentucky.
I think that if Mitch McConnell comes, campaigns on a business as usual campaign, vote for old Mitch, I think he's going to get creamed.
Retired Marine Colonel Mike Breuer finished a distant third in the Democratic primary, earning just 5% of the vote. He, like Booker, ran an unabashed progressive campaign, championing ideas like universal basic income. He's advising his supporters to get behind McGrath, and his advice for his fellow Marine, get behind a progressive vision.
I think that falling for the scare words like socialism, I think that people are going to be much open to new ideas because obviously the way things are working right now, things are not working.
Breuer says fundamental change is needed, but if that's going to happen, the Democratic Party in Kentucky needs to be energized and united. In Lexington, Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.
Well, good news. The flash flood watch that had been in effect going into this evening has now been allowed to expire, and with that, things are fairly calm on the Max Track Live Doppler. We watched a lot of stabilizing air come in. Got a couple of thunder showers back toward Louisville. You've got some headed out toward Black Mountain, or maybe a couple little sprinkles scattered over parts of Leslie County. And we're looking at a couple of sprinkles cutting through the south side of Lexington, northern part of Jessamine County. I mean, that's a sprinkle or two. If you happen to be out walking the dog and you get wet, that's the reason why. By 11 o'clock here on our future track, it's a little more ambitious with the storms that are around Louisville, but what the future track is trying to do with it is turn this into a pretty decent thunderstorm complex in the overnight hours. It cuts through southern Kentucky, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Anything west of 127, we really have no spot to put the rain at this point after some heavy rain over the last couple of days. As we get then into the morning hours, the showers and storms, the main batch heads on off to the south. A couple more isolated ones will try and pop up tomorrow afternoon because it's still going to be humid tomorrow. But the change is coming. Low 80s today. It'll be mid 80s tomorrow. Oh, and wait till you see the 4th of July weekend. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
That's intriguing. Thanks, Bill. The man accused of firing a gun into an encampment of protesters in Louisville, killing a photographer, appeared in court today. 23-year-old Stephen Nelson Lopez is charged with murder and wanton endangerment for the incident that took place Saturday night at Jefferson Square Park. Lopez is accused of firing a gun at protesters, hitting 27-year-old Tyler Girth. Girth died at the scene. Today, a not guilty plea was entered for Lopez. He'll be appointed a public defender. Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher is coming under fire for his handling of the Breonna Taylor case, and now some city leaders plan to launch an investigation. Taylor was shot and killed while she slept back in March by police serving a search warrant at her home. The 26-year-old EMT's death became a focus of the Black Lives Matter protests in Louisville and around the country. The Louisville Metro Council plans to file a bipartisan resolution to investigate the mayor's response. The committee will also investigate the events surrounding the death of local business owner David McAtee. McAtee was shot as Louisville police and National Guard dispersed demonstrators during a protest. A Harlan County man is in jail following a dispute that resulted in the death of his aunt. 35-year-old Derek Adams has been charged with murder following the incident last night. Police say Adams was in an argument with his aunt, 56-year-old Sherry Brashear, when he hit her over the head with a cinder block. Brashear was taken to a hospital and died early this morning. Adams is being held at the Harlan County Jail. Bars have reopened just in time for the 4th of July weekend, but Governor Andy Beshear is stressing the need to follow social distancing guidelines to ensure those businesses don't have to close again. LEX 18's Catherine Collins explains the governor's take on what might happen if the coronavirus cases begin to spike in Kentucky.
Kentucky remains in what Governor Andy Beshear has called a plateau, with new coronavirus cases hovering between 100 to 300 each day. But with a holiday weekend around the corner and now almost every business in Kentucky allowed to be open in some form, there is concern about the potential for a spike.
We have a responsibility, all of us individually, to do what it takes to be reopened at this level and not cause a spike in cases. Because if we do, and if we have to roll things back, it will be because we individual Kentuckians did not take the responsibility to make sure we followed the rules to do it safely. It'll be on us.
Governor Beshear says mask wearing and social distancing are crucial as more people interact with each other. Other states, like Texas and Florida, have had to roll back their reopening plans after severe spikes in coronavirus cases.
If you want to stay open, you have to enforce social distancing. Some of the most conservative states in the country just closed their bars fully. We want an opportunity for you to be open, but your ability to be open all depends on not spreading the virus.
Governor Beshear says if Kentucky sees a spike, he would consider mandating mask wearing, but it would not apply everywhere.
It's not, if we have to go there, that everybody wears one all the time. It's that when you're going to be around people and you could potentially spread it to them.
His hope is that Kentuckians will continue to make the sacrifices that have flattened the curve so far. In Frankfort, Catherine Collins, LEX 18 News.
A man who was hired to answer the phones at the state unemployment insurance call center is speaking out about his time in that job. After 5 weeks, the worker, who would like to remain anonymous, said he and 500 others were let go at the end of May. While he was there, he said the entire experience was disorganized and disjointed. As a Tier 1 worker, he says he wasn't given the power to look into complex problems, leaving half of his callers in the dark. But he says he was willing to get the training to help. Instead, he says the state decided against renewing the contract for the 500 workers.
It's easy, I think, to say that the state did make a mistake, but I think that it's also fair to entertain the notion that nobody knows what they're doing right now. I mean, it's all trial and error, it's all hit and miss, and that was really kind of the experience that we had while we were also working.
The state explained why the contract for the Tier 1 employees was not renewed, saying, quote, as Kentucky transitions to healthy at work, our more experienced workers are needed for adjudication and processing complex claims. Tier 1 workers were not handling complex claims, end quote. In his news conference today, Governor Beshear said the complex claims will now be handled in part by accounting firm Ernst & Young. He said they will help Kentucky get all remaining March, April, and May claims resolved by the end of July. Well, after several days of rain, it looks like better weather could be on the way. Bill has your storm tracker forecast after this.
Help us fight hunger during the coronavirus threat. LEX 18 and the Scripps Howard Foundation have donated $10,000 to God's Pantry. Now, we challenge you. Give today.
Hope over hunger, in partnership with Comfort Heating and Air.
USAA is made for what's next. No matter what challenges life throws at you, we're always here to help. With fast response and great service. And it doesn't stop there. We're also here to help look ahead. That's why we're helping members catch up by spreading any missed USAA insurance payments over the next 12 months, so you can keep more cash in your pockets for when it matters most. And that's just one of the many ways we're here to help the military community. Find out more at USAA.com.
So many places to buy a new mattress. Expensive sleep shops, warehouse clubs. Did you know that P-Rats was voted Central Kentucky's favorite place to buy a mattress? We carry all the major brands, so you'll find the sleep solution that fits your lifestyle. And with low interest financing available, you'll find options to fit any budget. You voted us Central Kentucky's favorite place for appliances and mattresses. So come check out Sleep Solutions for the rest of your life.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Making it to University of Kentucky and then going on to play in the NBA, and just having the people of Lexington embrace me means a great deal to me. To come here and start my own Tony Delcar Macular Degeneration Center, it means a lot to me. You know, instead of getting surgery or being addicted to prescription pain medication, you have something that you're healing yourself with. If you're in pain, come try the Tony Delcar Macular Degeneration Center at 2537 Larkin Road.
Hi, I'm Dr. Trish Takis, and I'd like to welcome you to the TMJ and Sleep Dentistry Center of Central Kentucky. Do you wake up tired, snore loudly, or even stop breathing while you sleep? If so, you may have sleep apnea, a medical condition that leads to high blood pressure, faster heart rate, and early death. At our center, we specialize in screening and treating sleep apnea using comfortable solutions that work. We are a Medicare provider of oral sleep appliances. To learn more, visit the TMJ Center page at BeaumontFamilyDentistry.com.
Still plenty muggy out there. We have seen thunderstorms around again today. They were heavy earlier to the south and southwest of Lexington. We saw a few of them pop up northeast of Lexington during the latter part of the afternoon. But all in all, the evening has been fairly quiet, and the flash flood watches that have been around, those are all gone now. So we don't have to worry about that. Oh, there's still a lot of water in the soil. We get west of 127. Interesting on the radar here. It's subtle, but you can take a line starting out there toward Harlan County, bring it through here. You see how everything's kind of lined up, and you got a couple little sprinkles there at southern Fayette, northern Jessamine, to the showers there north of Louisville. That's likely about where the surface boundary is at this point. And again, it's not much of a feature, but it may be a focus point for some thunderstorms over the coming couple of hours here. So you're seeing, again, that little sprinkle in northern Jessamine County. There's one now right over Versailles where, again, you walk out the dog, you might get a sprinkle or two on you. Want to see that come around one more time. That may be a shower trying to go up there right north of 460 there in Scott County. So we'll hang here for another 5 seconds or so as the radar sweep comes up Go, 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 go. And all of a sudden, it sounded like Chris Berman. So, yeah, the little change there. That may be a quick shower going up just north of 460. So there you go. That was the excitement for the evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see how the evening has progressed here from 7 o'clock. There was that initial line of showers that was out in eastern Kentucky. We've been watching another cluster. Watch that just die as it crossed I-65. But again, there's that subtle little feature right in there. Bottom line is one more round of storms looks like later on tonight and tomorrow. More across southern Kentucky than anywhere else. Starting on Thursday, rain chances are getting out of here. Heat follows it in. The heat comes in, though. The humidity doesn't. It goes away as well. So for the rain chances, still scattered storms around tomorrow. Lesser so, that's that silent 20 on Thursday. But then going into your holiday weekend, a couple days you really would want to put a 0 there, but you just not comfortable doing it at that distance. Meteorologically, that's very perilous to give that a shot. Still humid for us tomorrow, but you see the humidity values, the dew point go down as we head toward the weekend, and that's good. Here's why. We've got a ridge sitting down here in the Gulf, but it's really the heat is centered up here to the north. Those big areas of low pressure, unusually cold ones for the early part of July now. For Wednesday, the heat ridge really does start to take over here across the lakes. That's forming what's almost an omega block at this point. And by the time we get you into Thursday, the heat ridge is in full swing, but with the flow coming down out of the north. Again, remember that's where the hot air has been up north. It's also a drier flow for us. That's why the humidity is going to start going away. So future track, we'll run you through this evening and overnight. There's your showing the depiction of the surface. Where you see the thunderstorms developing north of it. So again, where that boundary we were showing, that may very well be the genesis point. We get you through the day tomorrow, a scattered thunderstorm or two. You notice the flow begins to come in from the east. That's the high beginning to take over. Drier air is associated with it. And that's what we're going to like heading toward the holiday. Hey, we're talking mid-70s right now at the Kentucky Mesonet. Pick out your favorite town. And you see where we're residing here at this point. 76 south side of Lexington, 74 over at the airport. Dew point still at that muggy 70. We had exactly 1/100th of an inch of rain, and yeah, it's still sticky out there. Partly to mostly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms tonight. Patchy fog's also a possibility. Lows in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, partly sunny, scattered thunderstorms, still muggy for another day. We're in the mid-80s as the winds shift to the northeast. Upper 80s on Thursday, close to 90 Friday into the holiday weekend, and it does look dry. More LEX 18 News right after this.
Ashley Home Store Stars and Stripes sale is even bigger this weekend. Thursday to Monday only. Get 0% financing for 5 years with 3 months payment assistance, or save up to 25% off store-wide. Book an in-store or virtual appointment today. Ashley Home Store.
Happy presents a spicy Western. Western with kick. The new spicy Western bacon cheeseburger at Hardee's. Feed your happy.
Fire up your 4th of July at Furniture World Superstore with spectacular savings on Kentucky's biggest and best selection of beautiful sofas, sectionals, and reclining furniture, dining sets, and bedroom furniture. Get a great night's sleep on a new Sealy, Stearns & Foster, or Tempur-Pedic mattress. Plus, up to 60 months interest-free financing on select items. It's stars, stripes, and savings during Furniture World Superstore's 4th of July sale. Going on now.
Come see the difference family makes at Furniture World Superstore.
It's summer, and the heat blistering inside of your home has you sweating while you're paying more and more on your energy bill. Enough is enough. Trust the experts at ThermoPro Insulation to help you insulate and reclaim your home. Our team has the tools to prevent conditioned air from leaving your home, keeping you cool and comfortable while saving you up to 40% on your utility bills. And right now, receive $200 off your insulation services. Call ThermoPro Insulation today and let us help you stay cool and comfortable all summer long.
We see Kentucky courage in hospitals, gas stations, and grocery stores.
At Morgan Collins Yeast and Salyer, we want you to be safe.
If you need Social Security disability, workers' compensation, or help with a personal injury case, let us help you over the phone.
You may be home, but you're not alone.
You take care of your health. We'll still fight for you.
What do we call neighbors helping neighbors? Kentucky Courage.
1-800-55-WILDCAT, Morgan Collins Yeast and Salyer.
LEX 18 is now on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. Live stream every newscast, breaking news, and coronavirus coverage. Now, more than ever, count on LEX 18.
Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes sale is even bigger this weekend. Thursday to Monday, find huge savings up to 50% off. Get this upholstered sofa, now only $249. Contact us today to set up an in-store or virtual appointment. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
This portion of LEX 18 News is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
Time now for the Rebound Kentucky, our series designed to help you bounce back from the challenges caused by the pandemic. With countless companies being forced to downsize during this time, many older workers have been forced into unplanned early retirement. Chris Conti takes a look at what older workers need to be successful.
As Americans slowly return to work, there are some who are finding the current economic situation much gloomier than others.
They're obviously tough times. I mean, they're tough times for everybody.
That's Susan Weinstock with AARP. We sat down with her to get a better perspective of what the COVID pandemic has done to older workers, as tens of millions of jobs have disappeared.
Are these jobs going to come back? Are older workers, going to be the people that are brought back last because of CDC guidance?
Many large companies, including the airlines, are offering early retirement packages. Susan's concern, older workers are being forced out of work without enough saved for retirement. And then there's this. Half of full-time workers experience job loss after the age of 50. It typically takes them double the time to get back into the workforce as it does a younger worker. Even if they find a job, they end up making less money. And there's less time to make up retirement savings that were lost.
We know that saving through work is the best way to save for retirement. And when you don't have that option, it makes it a lot harder.
Her advice, if you're over the age of 50 and out of work, use this time to upskill or reskill. Find an online class, maybe in an industry that's hiring. Many of those classes are free. Showing employers that you're a lifelong learner makes you more marketable.
So we just want to make sure that older workers are able to recover from this along with everybody else in the economy.
So we're not gonna correct them during.
And if you're working from home, Susan recommends taking money you might have spent on commuting and putting it into your retirement account.
We want to enable people to work for as long as they want or need to work.
Few ways to navigate a cloudy economy as the country works to rebound. I'm Chris Conti reporting.
For more tips and tools for getting back on your feet, including job listings, go to The Rebound Kentucky. Just go to lex18.com/rebound. The officer accused of killing Rayshard Brooks had a virtual bond hearing today. The Atlanta Police Department's former officer, Garrett Rolfe, was arrested on 11 counts, including felony murder, criminal damage to property, aggravated assault, and violation of oath. 27-year-old Rolfe asked to be released from jail while the case is pending. The judge ruled he's not a flight risk and set his bond at $500,000. The other officer involved in Brooks' death is facing 4 counts and had a $30,000 bond. He is now out of jail. Police in Oklahoma have arrested a man who shot a 26-year-old woman multiple times after she stole one of his Nazi flags. The sheriff says the 26-year-old woman was at a party across the street from the home of 44-year-old Alexander John Feaster when she was dared to steal one of the 2 swastika flags that hang in the man's front yard. Neighbors say the flags had been up for about a year. When the woman was making her way back from the home, shots rang out. Feaster was arrested and charged with shooting with intent to kill and assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Any charges against the woman who was shot are being left up to the prosecutor. And finally tonight, caught on cam. Highway cameras capture a dramatic rescue from a fiery wreck in China. Take a look. A van driving down the highway suddenly spins out of control, flipping onto its side and bursting into flames. 3 people were trapped inside. Cameras capture the moments when Luo Yi, a passing motorist, pulled over and rushed to the burning van to help the people escape by kicking in the windshield. Traffic police also said the accident was caused by a broken transmission shaft as the vehicle was running, which made the driver lose control. Wow, fortunate.
On a day that baseball was being played at Whitaker Bank Ballpark, the Lexington Legends found out they would not have a season. You'll hear from owner Andy Shea next in LEX 18 Sports.
Tonight, Jimmy has Jennifer Lopez from NBC's World of Dance with a TikTok challenge.
Jennifer Lopez! How'd you know that? Oh my gosh!
Plus, Henry Winkler, 21 Pilots, and The Thinking Tree. The Tonight Show at home.
Have you been struggling with back or neck pain, maybe considering an invasive surgical procedure? Do you wonder if there's something more conservative that could be tried first? Due to the overwhelming success, we've moved our office to accommodate even more spinal decompression equipment.
Constant back pain, was facing surgery, so I did some research, came in for a consult, decided to give it a try, and I'm thankful I did. It's been a great experience for me.
Pick up the phone, give us a call to schedule your free consultation and MRI review at our new location to see if decompression therapy can help. It could change your life.
Monticello Banking Company. We're not only in Monticello. With 19 locations across central and southern Kentucky, your home is our home too. After 125 years in full-service community banking, the same dedication to superior service that made us successful in 1895 is still with us today. And our host of products and services has never been more impressive. So wherever you call home, stop by Monticello Bank. After all, your home is our home too. Monticello Bank. Member FDIC.
I am a real customer of Bryant Heating and Cooling, and I have been now for 11 years. Why do I do this? Because Bryant has always been here for me. I've had units go down, but when I called them, they were here, and they never left my home until I was comfortable. My system gets regular maintenance to keep it running efficiently. I know that my air conditioner is going to perform its best, even in the worst conditions. But if it doesn't, Bryant will be here. That's why I do this.
Window World. At Window World, we offer a wide variety of windows to fit any style.
We offer entry doors, patio doors, and siding.
We are America's exterior remodeler and ready to transform your house into your dream home with our full line of products.
Our products have proudly earned the Good Housekeeping seal.
Superior products professionally installed at a guaranteed low price.
Call to schedule your free in-home estimate today. Not only do we stand behind our windows, we stand on them.
This is not breakfast. It's a sad, lukewarm compromise wrapped in disappointment. Now this is breakfast, the DQ Real Breakfast, with warm, fluffy biscuits baked daily, covered in thick country-style gravy, and served with 2 Purnell sausage patties hot off the griddle, instead of whatever this is. And right now, you can get all of this for less than $4. Mornings at DQ. Now this is breakfast.
You've never faced a more challenging time than right now, but you're not alone. Every day, LEX 18 News keeps you safe, informed, connected.
New normal.
Watch for The Rebound Kentucky everywhere you count on LEX 18.
We are all starving for some sports to watch, especially locally where we can go out to a stadium and be a part of the action. Well, our pro sports team found out some bad news today. Minor League Baseball officially canceled the 2020 season, so that means that we won't be able to watch the Lexington Legends in action. Andy Shea's team has won back-to-back titles in the South Atlantic League.
It stinks. It's a bummer. I mean, at this point, it's June 30th. I mean, it is kind of more of a formality than any type of surprise or anything along those lines, but nonetheless, it still hurts. I mean, even if formality or not, you know, this is what we all live for. This is what we take so much pride in. We're back-to-back champions. It's our 20th anniversary. So to come to this and just on a random Tuesday afternoon to have the season canceled, you know, I mean, it's a bummer all around.
Although the Legends won't play there this season, there will be baseball at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. It started this afternoon as the stadium hosted the College Commonwealth Baseball Club, games with college players using wooden bats and youth-level competition.
The only difference is just outside the playing field, in the dugout, we got to keep our space. Got to sit outside the dugout, you know, just keep social distancing, all that stuff. So we have hand sanitizer, all that stuff. But once we're on the field, it's play ball. It's all the same.
Have you seen anything like this before?
Oh, no. I mean, I don't think anyone has.
Well, the UK football team has not let the pandemic stop them in recruiting. They're going at a high level. In fact, picking up a wide receiver commitment this afternoon. Christian Lewis is a 6'3", 185-pound wideout from Alabama. He had almost 1,400 yards and caught 20 touchdowns as a junior and missed his sophomore year with injury. That's a big reason, he tells Rivals, why he went with the Wildcats over Louisville and Texas A&M.
What gave them the top spot, they were kind of one of the first schools to offer me. Like, they offered me before I had any real film out, because I was hurt my sophomore season, and they took a chance on me not knowing really what I could do or my abilities, and they just took a chance on me, and they showed me real love. And since the day they offered me 2 years ago, they haven't shied away from it.
UK has about 100 to 120 student athletes back on campus getting ready for what they hope is a season of competition. They have not been COVID-19 tested, but they are going through daily screenings before they're permitted to work out with their teammates and be in the facilities. In the future, they will have to move to proactive diagnostic testing when there is more contact with athletes, and that becomes inevitable.
Every Monday, I walk through the protocols. Well, we walk through it daily, but every Monday we sort of update where we are, making sure that we're thinking our way through it as it relates to federal, NCAA, SEC, institutional, EOC from the institution, our medical hospital, and all those folks. And we take all the collaboration of all of that and give our best opportunity for our young people to be healthy.
LEX 18 News. We'll be right back.
Downtown is reopening, and it pays to shop there. Downtown Lexington Partnership and Central Bank has created Downtown Lex together. Shop downtown, and you could win weekly $50 gift cards or the grand prize of $500 cash. Visit downtownlex.com to learn how.
The coronavirus is wrecking Kentucky's budgets. If Mitch McConnell doesn't act, there will be painful cuts to essential public services. Fewer teachers and nurses, longer response times, dirtier streets. McConnell's answer? Let Kentucky go bankrupt. Text FUND to 237263 to tell McConnell to fund Kentucky's essential public services. AFSCME is responsible for the content of this ad.
So many places to buy a new mattress. Expensive sleep shops, warehouse clubs. Did you know that P-Rats was voted Central Kentucky's favorite place to buy a mattress? We carry all the major brands, so you'll find the sleep solution that fits your lifestyle. And with low interest financing available, you'll find options to fit any budget. You voted us Central Kentucky's favorite place for appliances and mattresses. So come check out Sleep Solutions for the rest of your life.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
When you need a vehicle you can count on, trust Greens Toyota to be here for you like we have been for over 50 years. Shop at Greens Toyota from home by visiting us online at greenstoyotaoflexington.com or downloading our mobile app. View our huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles with 0% APR available on 10 new 2020 Toyota models and 0% financing for 60 months on any certified Camry or RAV4.
Great people, great cars, think Greens.
Bryant Heating and Cooling is now hiring talented and skilled HVAC technicians. Apply now at 859-317-6007 or go to callbryant.com.
Do you suffer with knee pain due to arthritis? Do you have Medicare or private insurance? Then the Arthritis and Knee Pain Center of Lexington has great news for you.
We're specialists in the treatment of knee and joint pain with state-of-the-art, non-surgical treatments designed to replace the cushioning in your joints.
It hurt real bad walking around and trying to do things.
But after you get it, you feel a little bit more confident and you don't have the pain.
These aren't traditional joint injections. They are precisely targeted, FDA-approved treatments that place a pain-relieving lubricating gel directly into the joint, providing comfort, pain relief, and improved joint mobility. Even better, Medicare and most major private insurance cover this procedure.
It's enabled me to go years without knee replacement.
Call now to schedule your risk-free screening. There's no obligation. Get the pain relief you deserve now.
Call 1-833-278-1588 or visit arthritis-kneepain.com.
Count on LEX 18, committed to serving you and our local businesses. We are open, Kentucky.
We here at Fast Flow Plumbing would just like to thank all the first responders and healthcare workers for all you do for Kentucky. Thank you so much.
We are open, Kentucky, and we count on each other.
Well, it's still muggy out there for us tonight. We can see a little fog in some places toward morning. A couple of thunderstorms may rumble through the night as well, and just scattered tomorrow as we start to get hotter.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you for watching. The Tonight Show is next.